This is the biggest hack for beginner golfers if you want to perfectly contact the ball every single time. Everyone knows as a beginner, the hardest thing is literally hitting the ball. How do you get the ball from this distance away, okay? Now, obviously, I've gotten this tip from Clint, and he is a PGA professional coach, and he did say that this is the number one tip he teaches when he is teaching people how to play, and it's also the number one mistake that everybody makes on the golf course, no matter who you are. And the mistake, I'm going to over-exaggerate for the purposes of this, is that when you swing through, your elbows are bent. Now, the reason why this is creating such chaos on the golf course is because if your arms are bent, the club head is going to swing through at a different height every time. So sometimes you're going to dig up the ground and leave massive divots before you even hit the ball, and sometimes you're going to top the ball. A lot of people think it's about having your head down. It's not. That is a myth. That is a complete myth. The problem is they don't have their arms straight. Now, when you have your arms straight at impact and when you swing back, you are going to have the club head swing through at the exact same height every single time, and that is the goal, ladies and gentlemen. You want the same height. You don't want to be topping the ball. You don't want to be digging a hole under it either. And the only way you can do that is to have your arms straight, and you want to specifically maintain the same distance between the top of the club and your belly button during the swing back and during the follow through until you hit the 3 o'clock. So literally, you want that leading arm to be dead straight from your core, from the swing back to 9 o'clock and the swing through, follow through to 3 before you release and bend it over, okay? And obviously when you're swinging back, you're going to have this back arm, it's going to bend a little bit. This one, keep your elbow straight, and then when you're swinging through, have all that power going through your arms. So you want to be sending energy through your arms into the golf club and whipping it through with a straight arm so that it's come through at the exact right position. Now, the second tip, I know what you're saying, but like, what if, Jackie, your torso is changing height? This looks like it's, like technically you could have your arms straight, but like if I'm going like this, it's moving. Yes, that's correct. So the next tip is that your torso needs to remain the same as well. So your torso needs to get really good at just maintaining on the same horizontal when you twist and when you come back to contact. And that is just practice. It's just proprioception. So you just want to have repetition of your swing. And no matter what club you're using, your swing's going to be identical. So literally golf is a game of repetition. You want to get that proprioception locked in so you can't feel any other different position. You want those angles perfectly in your body. In fact, you want your surrounding muscles to form calluses where your body is going to come through for your swing so that you know exactly the position that you're in every time. But the key is really having that energy going through and keeping those arms straight. Because also when you do your whip, when you get more advanced and you have a bit of a whip going in, that whip is not going to work if you've got some bend here. You want, by the time you swing through, the whip to have been sent through to the end and leave it up to the club head to do the final whip. If you've still got bend, you're not even getting your full power because you're going to be absorbing some of that energy back into your body, which is not the goal. You want the ball to absorb 100% of the energy in golf. So hopefully that helps people. If you want practice, when I first got taught this tip, I was like, oh, it's like an elephant trunk. What do I mean by that? It's like elephants, when they're walking around, they're like, with their trunk, they're like, whoa, whoa. So that's the tip I could give beginners. Practice your elephant trunk and just practice that feeling with both arms straight and just practice as much as you can. And it's probably going from like 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Elephant trunk, double straight. Once you get the feeling of hitting, swinging, bring in the ball and do the same thing. Elephant trunk. Elephant trunk should be coming through. In fact, you should be scuffing the floor every time. You can just scuff the floor before you even add the ball. Should be able to go back and forth, elephant trunk, and scuff the floor perfectly every single time. Now, as a beginner, that's the key. You're not going to be hitting the ball in the same position. It's practice, literally. That's how you're going to get perfect contact. That's how you're going to get accurate hits. So if you want to practice golf, you don't even need a ball. You don't even need to be at a sim. You could literally be in your bedroom, put a mark on the ground, and just practice swinging. Hit the mark perfectly. You can see with your eyes whether someone's got perfect swing. Like mine's not perfect, it's doing a little bit of a figure of 8. I want that to be perfectly in line, okay? So that is the key. You want that club to follow the identical path every single time. You want that club head not to be coming up. You don't want to be changing the position every time. You want to lock it out. But yeah, the main reason really is because you want that power to be in the golf club itself. If you swing through with bent arms, you're going to absorb a lot of the energy into your body. You want to send it into the ball itself and lock it out. Hopefully that helps someone out there. If you'd like more tips, this is just for beginners. I'm only one step ahead. In fact, I'm probably not even one step ahead of you. But if you're worse than me, then you can follow the tips. Or if you just find it interesting watching people play golf because it's good motivation, you can follow along. But if you've got any other problems, feel free to comment them below. We can get Clint to give the tip and he can join for the next tip. Okay, bye guys.